Well, with the NFL season coming to a close in a couple of weeks, it's time to transition to other local sports getting underway later next month, and that includes the Seattle Seawolves, once again with a full slate of games in Tukwila. Well, a week from now, they'll be at Starfire in Tukwila hosting a preseason game, and then Saturday, February 18th, the Seattle Seawolves kick off their regular season in a rematch of last year's championship game. Tonight, a couple players joining us in studio. Pete Malcolm, Pite Lopeti joining us tonight. Thank you both for joining us. And Pete, I'm going to start with you because you're the newcomer. What's your reaction to being here in Seattle?
Oh, it's unbelievable excitement. Like we've put together a really exciting team this year, and just the last few weeks of training have been unbelievable compared to where I've been before.
Well, you've had time in San Diego and Austin. Pete is also a three-time collegiate All-American, played with the national team as well. Meanwhile, Pete, you were MLR Rookie of the Year last season. Congratulations for that honor with the Seawolves. You spent time with the USA Falcons last summer as well. What can you say about your experiences as a whole over the last 12 months?
I mean, it's just a constant grind, being able to experience that for the first time, not having to deal with homework anymore and out of college. So, yeah, man, just being able to just dedicate to that. And yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Well,
it's been awesome to have you on the team for a season. I want to take you both back to last year because you were both affected in very different ways about what happened at the end of last year. You were with Austin, who was disqualified along with Los Angeles, right?
San Diego.
Yeah. Oh, you were with San Diego?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how did that kind of change things? Because for you personally, I know Seattle was out of the playoffs, and then you ended up coming into the playoffs also, but you were the away team in the conference semifinals.
So we ended up getting knocked out of the playoffs 3 times and then still made the playoffs.
Right.
Because obviously when all those teams were still in, we were knocked out early. One gets knocked out, we're back in, but then Seattle knocks us out again. And then the second team gets knocked out, we get knocked out again. And then we still end up making the playoffs, came up here and lost anyway. It was, it was quite a roller coaster ride of a season, Tough to prepare for.
Yeah, exactly. And Pete, it was sort of the same for the Seawolves as well. Essentially knocked out of the playoffs like the week before your regular season finale. Then all of a sudden you're playing for a playoff spot, and unbeknownst to you, that was going to end up being for a home playoff game in the conference semifinals. What was that whirlwind like for you guys?
I mean, it was just crazy overall, the experience. But, I mean, once we got the phone call and said, we're back into the playoff run, guys just automatically just switched on. It was like, all right, well, we got another shot at this. Let's not waste it.
Yeah, I mean, well, at the end of the day, there are no teams in Austin or Los Angeles anymore, but most importantly, there are no team names named after cocktails with the owner's name in them. That is the best part of all. I had a lot of fun with that over the last couple of years. This is the 6th season for Seattle overall. They've been to 3 championship games. They won the first 2 titles. Pete, you've been on the outside looking in this league from Seattle. What is the overall perspective of this organization?
It's just the most professional organization in the league. You can see that with the continued success they've had. They've really had only one bad year in 5 or 6 years of the league, and that just says a lot about the organization as a whole. You don't get that success just with good players. You get that success with a good organization that's run well from top to bottom.
By the way, have you adjusted to the weather out here? I know you're from cold weather to begin with, right? Yes. But it's pretty freezing this time of year.
I'm actually, both my wife and I are very excited to be here. We actually missed 4 seasons, so it's been really nice to get the experience. Some snow. Y'all can keep the ice, that ice storm. I don't need that at all, but the rest of it's been pretty nice, yeah.
And Pete, you're originally from Northern California?
Yes, sir. So, I mean, it's not too much of a change, but same thing as Pete Malcolm. I enjoy the 4 seasons over here, so I'm doing just fine, yeah.
Your family originally from Tonga. You're one of 8 kids, is that correct?
Yeah, one of 8. And me and all my siblings are first-generation Tongan Americans, growing up in the States, yeah.
Well, we know how rugby is so popular in the islands as well. I mean, what have you seen about rugby and the way that it's been viewed over the course of the last decade? How has that evolved?
I mean, I just think it's still a growing sport in the United States. I mean, not a lot of people know about it, so that's why, I mean, most of us who are Americans who are born in America are so passionate about it and trying to grow the game out here. So, yeah, just trying to grow awareness, and yeah.
Well, the fact that the United States was named the host of the 2031 Rugby World Cup, and what was your reaction to that? Be able to spread the exposure of this game? I know it's about 9 years, 8 years off from now, but still, it's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be excited about it, right? It's like the biggest rugby sporting event in the world, and I hope that our country can, rise to the challenge. And there's a lot of investment that needs to be made in the youth in this country for us to be ready for that, and I think we will.
How about you?
I mean, I'm just pretty excited. I mean, just to be involved in the player pool and, to at least have that opportunity to say that I got to play in the World Cup in my home state, it's something I really look forward to doing, so. Yeah.
Well, fingers crossed for both of you. First things first, though, you got a season to play in Major League Rugby for the Seattle Seawolves. Go check these guys out. The Seawolves preseason game next Sunday at Starfire, and then their home opener Saturday, February 18th. Thanks so much for joining us, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.